5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are back with our Off the Top podcast, and we just watched Endgame. So yeah, we just got back from Endgame, and we thought, let's get our thoughts and reviews on. So how'd you think of the movie? What'd you think of it?
Whoa, what a movie, Dude, it was everything I expected in the movie. You know what I mean?
Really?
If anything, it's a little better than what I expected in the movie. I didn't imagine it to be such a complex plot.
Yeah,
it's gonna be simple. They're gonna get together,
yeah,
go back in time and kill off Thanos or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect the Thanos to come back to present time and then them to have a fight. And I didn't expect all the character buildings to go in the directions it did.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, bro. I really liked it.
I knew it was gonna be complex because when you introduce time traveling, that's obviously a huge thing, right? They have to really get that shit right, and I think they kind of did. They did that. It did surpass my expectations for sure. I felt like a lot of stuff I kind of assumed some of the stuff would happen. I assumed and this has spoilers, by the way, this entire episode. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. Pause this, and listen to it after you've watched the movie. But this does have spoilers. So I wasn't obviously I was expecting Iron Man to die, Captain America to kind of his arc to be ended, stuff like that. But there was also a lot of surprises, like Black Widow dying and stuff like that. It was just there's a lot of things that we knew was gonna happen, but they still found a way to surprise us with it. We know Thanos is gonna die. We know this is gonna happen. We know there's gonna be a great scene and all that stuff, a huge battle. But they still surprised us with all of this. It's still there's a time travel, but as soon as it came up, we were just oh shit! Even though we knew that shit was gonna happen. So it was a really good movie. It surpassed my expectations. I loved it. I enjoyed it. A lot of emotional scenes. A lot of
exciting, thrilling scenes too.
Yeah, a lot of thrilling. A lot of it was just a spectacle. It was like a 3 hours of greatness. I loved it. I loved the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff to the movie that I didn't expect there to be, Iron Man's whole family. Yeah. Settling down in a little barn.
Yeah. The biggest thing that kind of caught me off guard was the whole 5-year gap, because I didn't you could tell there's been some time gone by, but you would have thought that time maybe was maybe months,
or a year
at the
max,
most,
right?
Yeah. There's no way we didn't think it would be 5 years, right? So I think that kind of caught me off guard, and the fact that he had a kid and all that stuff, it was just the way I didn't expect all that to happen at all. So yeah, it was a dope movie. It was just a great movie. I loved it. I think everyone should watch it, especially in theaters. We watched it in IMAX. It was it was a great experience.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I was really sad when Iron Man died.
No, it was a really, really, really sad movie.
It was sad. I was holy
especially
shit.
When
probably
you're
one of the saddest Marvel movies.
Oh, it's the saddest for sure. Yeah. Think about it. It's almost okay. So this is the 22nd movie. Yeah. Of the entire series.
Yeah.
So think about it season 2, of a show.
Right.
Say Game of Thrones. Each movie's an episode. It's the second episode. It's the second season, right? The way they they build up each character, and they progress their character arcs and all that stuff, and then it comes to the culmination, its end, and you're just invested in 3 movies of Captain America plus an Avengers plus 2 or 3 Avengers plus all these other movies.
There's so many movies, bro.
There's so many movies.
Almost 12 movies with all the original Avengers.
Yeah, and then in total there's 21, 22. So all these characters, it's not if the thing is, if this was a 3-movie series and they just ended, then you wouldn't be as sad, because you're okay, cool, 3 movies, you're not really as invested. But this is 10 years.
Yeah.
I still remember watching Iron Man in theaters, the first one. You get invested in the movies, and then so when they kill these characters and all that stuff, it's
so sad.
It's just a lot more emotional. It's and that's what I like about the MCU. It's a good cross between a show and a movie.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can get in a trilogy, and there's and the budgets and shows are so small. This gets the best of both. Like you get the TV, but you get the movie budget, and you get like the TV progression and the plot lines, and it just comes together and just makes it like, you know, one big
universe. And you got some kick-ass superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's just hard. It's hard to hate the MCU, and I just think they did a great job. Looking forward to what they have. I think they have like fucking like 3 4 movies a year for like the next 5-6 years.
Yeah. What's coming out? Do you know?
Next movie is Spider-Man.
Okay.
And then I think they have like a Black Widow movie coming, and
she's dead.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a prequel. I think they're gonna do her past and stuff. There's like a bunch of movies like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's so much. There's a lot. I don't know all of them. Like Black Panther, stuff like that. Doctor Strange, all of that. Like so like. They just finished the arc for the original 6, so the newer people can just get projected for it. So like now you have like Doctor Strange, who's gonna probably take over Tony Stark's role as like the you know,
smart guy.
And then like you have like Black Panther probably taking over Captain America as like the leader of the group. And then like, you know, it just like you have like now you have Captain Marvel for like Thor, stuff like that. Like, you know, you have
Captain Marvel for
Thor.
So
like you have like, you know, people stepping into those roles. Like even though you've lost the original guys, like you have people stepping up. So it's cool. Like, I want to see how they do it. Like, you know, but like it's sad that when you lose your favorite characters for how many years, you know,
or when they become fat.
Yeah,
like that was so sad, bro. Like I'm a huge Thor fan, and when Thor was fat, I was like, oh no, please.
We're gonna talk about the character. So you want to start with Thor?
Yeah, sure.
What'd you think about his arc? Like, what'd you think about
I didn't really like him. I was disappointed in him in the way they progressed his plot.
Yeah.
Because you see Thor as this huge, powerful person in his last 6 movies, I think. Including this one is his 6th movie.
Should be, something like that.
Yeah, the first 3 Thors and then 3 Avengers.
Yeah.
So he's so powerful last Avengers. Like he hit Thanos right in the chest.
It was almost his movie. Other than the fact that Thanos won. If he had won and cut Thanos' head off, it would have been his movie.
Yeah, and then this movie, he turned fat. You know, it's probably because all the regret he's facing, having not gone for his head. Yeah. And then he turns fat, and Asgard is now like on Earth, a little town, and Asgard's gone to like ashes basically, and this guy's going to ashes too.
Yeah.
I don't know, and especially when fighting Thanos this time, I didn't see much strength in him at all.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get why they did it. Obviously, you want to see Thor have the epic scenes because he had like the most epic scene in the last movie. You're like, okay, cool. Like this is what you want to see from this character. But I kind of get it because like if you had Thor and Captain Marvel, their full force helping them, like the movie, it would be like an hour movie maybe. Like there wouldn't be as much of a struggle. You know what I mean? So I get why they did that. I also get the fact that he was like kind of like going through something because he felt like half the universe is gone because of him, because he had that chance to stop it. So I understand the kind of depression and shit he's going through and stuff. The Fat Thor was kind of cool at the end because they kind of did like because you know how Thor is from Norse mythology, right? Thor, Odin, all that stuff. So they kind of how they did the Viking look, where like he's fat with like the braided beard and like the braids and all that stuff. I thought it was kind of cool. Like I kind of liked it. Like, you know,
I didn't like it at all.
And I liked the two when he had the 2 weapons at the same time and shit. Like. I get why they did it. Obviously, he's not the main character in the movie, so it was okay to me. Like, it didn't make or break the movie for me. I felt like, okay, cool. If he was like the forefront and they did that, like, okay, cool. Then, like, you know, there would have been like a little weird movie. But I like the fact that Thor is not just all serious all the time now. It's like, you know, he has like that other side to him now, and like, you know, obviously at the end he went off with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
So what do you think the future of Thor is, and when it comes to the movies in Marvel?
I mean, I think the universe is huge. The Guardians of the Galaxy, like, there's probably some big threats out there.
Yeah.
And I think he probably, I liked his dynamic in the first movie with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they make jokes, they're fun. Yeah. Like it was a fun time seeing them all together. So I'm looking forward to see what they do in the next in the Guardian Galaxy movie and all that stuff with them moving forward. The one thing is like Thor is kind of overpowered to be on the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm not sure
how. Still.
I think so, yeah. Even
the Fat Thor?
Yeah, we still can strike lightning on anyone and do all, like, you know, I don't think he's that much weaker.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know,
he can still fly and do all that bullshit and bring the lightning down, and like, you know, he's not like significantly weaker. He's maybe not like his prime condition, but
yeah,
I think he's still like one of the most powerful people.
I'm surprised he didn't summon the Bifrost this movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he didn't do a lot of things with them. So, you
know,
yeah,
they could have done so much with Thor, but I'd like to see Guardian of the Galaxies and him work together.
Yeah, I just wonder what kind of threat they're facing.
It's big enough for both.
Big enough for Thor to be part of them and help them and all that stuff, and not just completely destroy everyone. Like, you know,
or another, like a nice spin-off would be like, you know, Thor kind of going his own way to find his destiny type of thing. Once Guardian of the Galaxy there, you know, in one of their movies, Thor just disappears. Yeah. And then they do a spin-off with him maybe later on.
Yeah, he could be gone somewhere. Maybe he gets in shape or something. Like,
hopefully.
Like, who knows? But yeah, so Hulk.
Let's talk about Hulk. Okay, so Hulk. This is what I thought about Hulk. You know, we didn't really get to see Hulk turning into Professor Hulk. And I felt like that was a big bummer. Yeah. Because that would have been huge. You know, that would kind of that stage right there where he transformed into Professor Hulk. Yeah. It's probably one of the biggest stages in Hulk's progression in Marvel. You know what I mean? Definitely. Other than the fact that he became Hulk.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of figured that he was gonna turn into Professor Hulk.
We knew that he's gonna.
Everyone knew he was gonna kind of have like that merger because of the conflict.
But the fact that we didn't get to see the merger,
it was kind of disappointing. That was disappointing. But he had like this. His arc in this movie was pretty dope. Like the fact that he's the one that flicks the gauntlet and brings everyone kind of back and stuff. It was pretty dope. Like, he played a huge part in them figure out the time travel. So obviously Tony Stark came and put off the final details, but he was the one that was kind of like, you know, helping them. It was dope. It was kind of like I feel like now that this Hulk is kind of Professor Hulk, I feel like we're almost missing something from the Hulk. Like, we're
missing that rage.
Yeah, it's a different Hulk now. It's not.
It's a different Hulk. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, they would have, if you know how the Hulk got beat up by Thanos in the first movie. If they had a one-on-one fighting scene where, you know, the Hulk kind of got revenge on Thanos for beating him up so much, that would have been sick. Yeah, that would have been epic. Yeah. You know, like the first time and then the second time, but they didn't do that. I don't know why
they didn't really pay that off. Yeah.
And even in the big battle, he wasn't really there. Think about it, he wasn't there at all.
He didn't really do anything that much, no. Yeah. I feel like now they kind of brought Hulk down for sure. I mean, the Hulk is known as like one of
all the old characters definitely got less power in this movie.
Well, I mean, Tony Stark,
except for Captain.
And Captain America got nerfed out like crazy. Tony Stark he was pretty strong. Fucking Hawkeye was crazy in this movie. Hawkeye, like, he, like, in the all the other movies, like, Hawkeye, he was kind of like the forgotten member of the Avengers. Like, you know, people didn't really think. So I really thought they were setting up him to die instead of Scarlett Johansson, instead of Black Widow. Like, I really thought when he threw her to the side with the arrow and he was running in slow motion, I'm like, okay, this guy's the one that's gonna die. Then all of a sudden they hit you with the boom, and then, like, that was a big shock. I liked Hawkeye in this movie. He was dope. He was definitely dope. He was kind of like evil.
Yeah, he had good motivation to come back in this movie because they made his whole family disappear. Yeah. And the fact that they started off with that was good. Yeah. It was like a good emotional hit to what happened.
Yeah, you're just like, oh shit, that just happened. Yeah. No, he was dope. Black Widow.
Black Widow. Okay, I did not see that coming from, like, I did not see that. I didn't even see it coming when she's dying. Like, I thought, you know,
something was gonna save her, and then until she hit the floor and you seen her hit the floor, like, he did not believe it.
I didn't even believe it. I thought they would bring her back somehow, but until, like, Thanos died and everything settled down.
But that was like the real motivation that all the rest of the 5 needed. Like, I feel like that kind of put them into, like, okay, like, we have to do this, if not for anyone else, but for her. Like, you know, that kind of put their motivations through the roof. But yeah, no, her arc has been crazy. Yeah. She has a movie coming. I think it's gonna be a prequel. Show her life, like how she was when she was younger and all that stuff. Probably a pretty dope movie. But she was a very dope character. Obviously, it was great to see her, and then now she's done. So Captain America.
I think that was probably the saddest one. But it was epic. He was epic in this movie.
He was.
I don't know if it was his best fight scene, but it was epic.
This was his movie, I would say.
Yeah, this was his movie.
This is Captain America's movie. Like, he was like, in good old Cap fashion, he was the one that was spearheading the whole thing. He was the leader. He was pushing everything forward. He was trying to get Tony to come back and all that stuff. He had hope when no one else had hope. Like, you know, and then to see him with the hammer.
Yeah, because That's kind of, it's so cool.
That was crazy.
Thor's like, whoever, or Odin's like, whoever shall wield this hammer has is worthy of ruling Asgard.
Yeah.
And in the first movie, he couldn't lift it. In the second movie, he lifted it.
But I feel like, see, that's the thing. In the first movie, because when Thor says, I knew it, he's seen that Captain America could lift it. I feel like Captain America deep down didn't want to lift it in the first one. He didn't really care about it. Like, he was just like, he just kind of gave it a tug and left it. But like to see that him do that, like, and they paid off. I think they did that in comics or something. I don't know, but that was really dope. And like this whole movie, like, it was just great to see Captain America get like, like, cause when he was heading into that fight, you're just like, yo, okay, one's Iron Man. This guy is like the sickest tech in the world, and the one's a god. What the hell is Captain America doing?
Yeah,
here? Like, he's gonna get like wrecked. And then so to see him just come and like, when Thor's about to get beat up, just summon the hammer, like, it was just like I the whole theater literally just screamed.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! Like,
because everyone knew. Now I think the reason they screamed was because now he's worthy of ruling, like, with the 7 realms. That's why everyone screamed. I think not because he had the power to do it. He's worthy now.
No, I think he's always been worthy. If anything, he's more worthy than Thing. I think it was just the whole fact of that he lifted it up when no one else did except no one else has ever lifted it except for him.
Well, and Helga kind of destroyed it, but no.
Helga destroyed it, but she didn't lift it. But but yeah, he, like, it was good to see that him lift it and, like, just go to town on Thanos. Like, he was just beating up Thanos, and everyone was like, yo, that's sick.
Yeah.
But what else did he do in this movie?
Thanos was definitely less powerful in this movie. Definitely.
Yeah, but he didn't have the gauntlet. He didn't have the gauntlet.
If he had them, but they should have gave him the gauntlet. Or a couple stones on the gauntlet.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have been able to reverse anything.
I know, but like he should have somehow like got a couple stones during the fight. Like maybe like
it's kind of underwhelming seeing him how he is now. I mean, he was still beating everyone fuck up. So it wasn't really underwhelming, but like to see what he was doing in Infinity War, it felt like he kind of got brought down a little bit in terms of power. But he didn't have the gauntlet. He didn't have any of the stones. So like, it makes sense. But like,
but in terms of Captain's arc, the actor's done his contract. He doesn't want to do
yeah, he's done with I think that's why they finished it off. So what happened at the end is pretty much they're just trying to tie it up. He doesn't want to keep going in the MCU. Like, he's done with the character and stuff, so they kind of just wrapped up his character and gave him like an arc that would suit hit the character. So they kind of ended it off with him going back in time and all that stuff, which was pretty cool. No, it was good. He had a good like the whole movie was just like, you felt like the whole time I felt like he was the one that was gonna get the gauntlet and blow himself up.
I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Okay, if Captain it's a fork.
Yeah.
Or whatever. If Captain didn't want to, so we see in the last shot in the movie is Captain dancing with I forgot her name.
Oh, what's it called? Peggy Carter.
Peggy, right?
Yeah.
But Captain wouldn't have been that tall, or wouldn't have been like that if he didn't get the treatment in the first place.
No.
In which case he would have been still alive.
I don't think he reversed the treatment. I think he reversed the fact that he went to the ice.
No, he doesn't age, bro. Captain doesn't age.
But then in the comics, he does age.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I thought Captain doesn't age at all.
Yeah. No, I think the fact that he was frozen is the reason why he got kind of preserved. But I don't think he not ages.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, yo, what is happening? So he lived the whole life.
Yeah, he just lived his life. And that's the ending they wanted to give us, like the fact that he went back and he didn't.
But if you go back and it doesn't change your future, how did he turn old?
What do you mean?
Like, you were telling me how if you talk about the timeline or time traveling, and they mentioned that you can go back and change it, whatever, but it won't change your.
It won't change that one. It won't change your thing. It will just create a new reality.
Yeah, but like it's kind of like a loop, Like how did Captain turn old?
Okay.
Right, he just went back. Into time. He changed a couple things.
No, but he didn't come back out. I think it was just a new.
Oh, he just sat there and just waited. Like, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
He didn't come back out.
He just didn't come back out.
He didn't come back out. It was just the one that was supposed to be like, that's the old one right there.
Yeah. Okay, I see what
kind of thing.
Yeah. But it's a complex plot.
It is definitely. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch it again and kind of catch some shit. Hopefully it gets on like DVD or something soon.
Yeah.
But no, for me being a huge Captain America fan, it was kind of sad to see him go. But it was like great that you seen him go in such a bang. Like like it was just like the way he was, and it was great to see. In the last movie, he wasn't really that big, so in this movie to see him like very prominent was really good. Really dope.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
I swear we talked about Iron Man.
No, we didn't.
Oh no.
No. So Iron Man. So he dies.
Yeah, no
if
shit.
You guys didn't know.
My boy dies. My one of my favorite characters. My second favorite character.
He's the guy. He kind of kicked off the entire universe. You know, he started. He was the first movie. You know, he's like
He was the first movie.
The Iron Man was the first movie.
Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, Hulk technically no.
It
was Iron Man. It was Iron Man.
We didn't even see it.
Yeah, Iron Man was the first movie in this entire universe. So that started everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's kind of obviously everyone's like, yo, like, it sucks that he's gone. I think they kind of wanted to end him off because, like, he's getting older. Obviously, you know, he's not going to be able to do the same things he can. He could. His contract is very expensive. To have him in every movie just to show up is a lot of money. But they ended off really well. Like, he went, like, in the beginning,
he was kind of like a stubborn, and he was trying to play. You know, he was a bad role. And
so like what Captain America would say to him, like he's never the type of guy to lay on the wire and let someone else cut it. Like, you know, like he was not the hero. He was never a hero.
Yeah.
And the fact to see him come full circle or 180 it and just like show us like and go out like even after he said, yo, like I'm not willing to die for all this stuff, like, you know, what at what cost and all that stuff. He at the end of the day he did it and he had the hero's goodbye, and it was dope to see him kind of like close off that entire arc and stuff.
Yeah, it was, and especially last movie in terms of his probably one of his biggest skills is his tech. So in the last movie we saw his tech at its peak, you know what I mean, like with the nanotech and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool how this one there was no real innovation. It was just him. Yeah. And his personality was the most built, not even his suits.
Yeah, he developed, not his suits.
Yeah, and he went and lived in a small barn, which is kind of like
it was crazy in the beginning when like he was all against everything. Like he like his acting in that was pretty dope. Like it was really dope. Like I was actually convinced like this guy would not. Like, obviously, you know he's going to come and help.
Yeah. But like, I thought he'd help further down in the movie. Just show up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he would just, like, pop out of nowhere. But, no, he was... Like, I was surprised they gave him a kid and stuff. Like, I did not see that coming at all. Like, that was crazy. Him and Pepper Potts was crazy with the
suit. She came out.
I think her armor is just, like, it's like the nanotech armor.
It is. It's the same thing.
That's crazy. That's dope.
Yeah. So, rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, they paid that off well. Like, they ended that off. Like, they ended all of that off. Like, it was sad. Everyone in the theater was sad. Like,
everyone was sad.
Like, I heard people crying and the stuff. I think my sister almost cried. Like, it was a very sad ending, but like, it was necessary. Like, you know, like they kind of have to do this. It has to end eventually, right? Like all of these guys, and especially if they want to push the other characters in the forefront and have them run shit, then they're gonna have to do it.
So for the next couple of years, we're gonna see a lot of character development with the smaller characters now that the big ones are gone, right? Like for example, Valkyrie, we have Nebula.
Oh no, I don't think them. I think it's gonna be more of like a
Black Panther,
Ant-Man, War Machine, Black Panther, Stephen Strange, Captain Marvel, like those people, like Spider-Man, like this picture that we see here of like all of them, like in looking at from the stars and stuff, is gonna be like 5 completely different people, or like 5-6 different.
Yeah,
people,
that's what I'm thinking too.
You know.
Yeah. I hope Thor comes back though. Like I hope he comes back.
He's gonna be like a background character. I think he's gonna be one of those legacy characters where it's like, if the threat is really really big, like he'll come and help them and then leave. Like he's not gonna be part of their group.
He's not. Anymore. You think he's not gonna have another movie of his own?
I would love to see another movie. I just feel like there's so many characters with so many other movies and other stories to tell. I don't think they will. Yeah,
let's talk about I guess the climax of the war, and we see all these characters coming, like literally all the Marvel characters were there. Right, that was epic. No. That was like, whoa, dude! I didn't even know that was that.
It was almost okay. So I haven't really read a lot of comics in my life. I don't think I read a lot at all. I think I read some when I was in detention, and that was the only thing left to read. So in those books and stuff, you would see like just in every single comic book, like there's like when there's a war, there's like so many of them just fighting and just going at it. So it was great to see like all of the Avengers, like all the heroes in the entire MCU are in one place. They all know who each other are now. They all came out of the thing. There's a bunch of armies and just going at it. It was just like that battle was really epic.
It was epic, yeah.
Like just see everyone just go crazy, just like and that's what you want to see in a battle scene. Like just you want to have everyone to have their heroic moment and go crazy and like kill a bunch of people, just like what's gonna happen this weekend with the Game of Thrones. Like, you know, like that's exactly what you want to see in a battle. Like at the end of the day, I don't want to see my main character just sit on the side and like, you know, like in a battle you just want to see everyone just go like crazy and just like killing like 10, 20 people and just like, you know, just showing off what they can do. That's what you want to see in a battle scene, and I think it just nailed it. Like they did a good job with the battle scene,
especially when Doctor Strange opened up all those portals and you see those portals.
It was crazy because like it was almost like
Black Panther. Everyone was coming out of those things. Bro.
It was almost like a bunch of realities and like fantasies just coming together, like the wizards and then like the Wakandans and then like like the Valkyrie and all that. Like it was just like a bunch of people that you never thought you would see in one screen just come out and just start fighting. And they're like remember when Iron Man has a gauntlet, not Iron Man, sorry, when Spider-Man has a gauntlet and he's going around, and like he's like on Pepper Potts' back 1 second, and then the next second he's on Valkyrie's back, and the next second he's on like he's giving it to, like, you know, like it was just like you never thought you would see all of that combined, and now you finally did. Like, you know, it was a really good battle scene. It
was good. I feel like if they filmed it in daylight, it would have been a little bit better.
You like daylight?
I think
scenes,
so.
Huh?
Yeah, I do, because it's like more clear. You can see more details. This is kind of like the background's kind of dusty and stuff, you know. Yeah, no, but then it would have been super epic if they did it like last war they did, the last fight.
No, but I think the night was what makes it. It gives it that kind of gloom. It sets the tone for it, you know. And same thing with the fight that's gonna happen on Sunday with Game of Thrones. Like if that was in daytime, I think it would be shit, because that night kind of sets the tone that this is like this is like the end kind of thing. Like the end is near kind of thing, and the dead is coming. That darkness sets the tone. I definitely think I like battles in like even Helm's Deep was in the night. If you remember, like like the night the night sets the tone for it, and then when the sun comes up and the, like, you know, it just kind of like, oh, and when the war's over and the sun's starting to come up, it sets that tone, like, you know, like something, like, you know, it's finally over.
A hard night, yeah.
No, I like it. I like the fact that it was in
Thanos' character arc was pretty interesting to watch too, you know.
In this one,
where
right?
Thanos was around since like back in the first couple Marvel movies, no? Like Guardian of the Galaxies, he was there, the first one, I think. We got to see a glimpse of him sitting on a chair. He looks back and he like smiles or whatever.
He was the first time you see him is in the first Avengers, when in the end credit scene where he's like turns around and looks. That's the first time you see him.
Oh, okay.
So that's the first time the Avengers is his first influence in the entire MCU.
Yeah.
So like when he gives the stones to Loki to do all that stuff, yeah, Thanos was crazy. His character, obviously, he in the beginning, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They kill him already? Like, like, bro, like I was confused.
I was confused on it.
What the hell? Like,
that's kind of cool though. I liked how they did that.
What's the movie about? And then the fact that it was Thanos from a different reality, was pretty. That was crazy. Like the way they did that with Thanos was crazy. Yeah, like they killed him while he was cooking and shit.
Yeah.
No, but like
he got his ass kicked while cooking.
Yeah. No, and then like he didn't really put up a fight. He's like, "Yo, I'm done. Like I didn't care."
He doesn't care. Like that's what makes him so powerful. The fact that he doesn't care. Like he's done his duty. You can kill me or you can. You don't have to kill me. Whatever.
The thing that makes him a great villain and probably one of the best villains of all time in all movies is the fact that his like the way he thinks isn't like it's not okay. It's obviously it's wrong to kill like half the universe and shit, but like. His intentions it's not as bad as you think.
Yeah,
like
his intentions
is to save humanity. He thinks that saving humanity, like his thought process is kind of wrong, but his intentions is for everyone to have a better life.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like, you know how like yeah, it's evil because he's on that side and we're on this side looking. Yeah. But if you're looking at from his side, these guys are trying to stop him from making life great for everyone. So they're the villains. The Avengers are the villains. If this is a Thanos movie, the Avengers are the villains.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why he's such a great villain, because they give him a really strong meaning and a reason and all that stuff, and like he just goes out and just things. So like Thanos was a really great villain. I wonder who's next. That's my thing.
The next big villain.
Yeah, who the hell can be the next villain? I think
in the comics there's bear villains.
There's so many villains. Like there's probably like Galactus and stuff like that. And now that Disney just bought what's it called, Fox and everything, all the X-Men are gonna be in it soon. Like the universe just got even bigger. Like they've gotten all their rights back except for I think Hulk and Spider-Man.
So what happens to them?
That's why they can't have their own standalone Hulk movie, because they're still owned by Universal.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but like so like they have most of the universe back and all that stuff. It's good to see, like, you know, like it's dope to have all your characters, and like, you know, I'm excited to see what's gonna come. Yeah. I hope they just don't oversaturate it
with too many characters.
I don't know. Do you think they could ruin it? Like,
this is sensitive. They can ruin it easily. Think about it, man. They're like these characters. There's no way they can ruin these characters because they're the first characters coming out. Yeah. Right. The next characters are going to be compared to these characters. Yeah. Even though they have different traits and stuff, it's going to be compared to the first Avengers, second Avengers, third Avengers. You know what I mean? So it's really sensitive for them. They can really ruin it. Even with saturation, putting too many characters in there and not giving them all enough, you know, character building, they can ruin it.
The thing is, so far, the way they've done these characters and the characters that are coming up and stuff, I'm confident in them that they won't ruin it. Yeah. You know, the team of directors they have, the team of like creatives they have and stuff, I'm confident they won't ruin it, because like they've just made hit after hit after hit after hit. Like, you know, like they're like
I don't think any of the Marvel movies have been flops.
No. I think maybe the ones that have done the worst, and maybe like Ant-Man.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
But like, you know, like I don't think they know the recipe to make a great movie.
They do,
and they have very good directors and all that stuff. So I don't think they're gonna ruin it. I think, bro, if they keep making superhero movies, I'm gonna keep watching. Like, you know, like they're just good movies. You know, I liked it. So the end. We talked about the
end. We did, but I was talking about Thanos. In this movie, he was less of that great character Thanos that we know of. You know what I mean? From the last movie. Last movie, it was his movie. He owned it. He showed off his skills, his strength, his power, his will, and all that stuff. This movie, he was kind of just like a symbol, like a symbolic villain that all these characters are working towards. Do you know what I mean? That's what I got off.
But like, this is a Thanos with what, like 7 years less experience?
Yeah, right. From 7 years.
How long?
It would have been about 6 to 7 years.
Yeah. So like, this is a Thanos with years and years and years of less experience. So that 6 years, he could have gone even ruthless, even more. I mean, I think the strength part is the fact that he didn't have any stones. That's me personally. Like, he had no stones at all. Like, you know, that's why he was how he is. But the whole like him not being as thing, he was not the same villain he was in the first one. I think it was more of an Avengers movie, this one, and where the first one was more of a Thanos movie.
But I feel like this one was more of like a Marvel Universe movie.
Yeah, but it's like the Avengers movie, Avengers 6. You know, like obviously there's reasons, but like, so 6 to 7 years less experience, no power stones, but like he did his job. Like, you know, like I don't have any faults with Thanos.
Right. Yeah. I'd love to see more movies in Doctor Strange. I think he's a really good character.
Doctor Strange,
he's like kind of like the substitute for Tony Stark with his attitude and everything.
Yeah, he's like, they're already making more Strange movies, so it'll be dope.
Do you know when the next Guardian of the Galaxy is coming out?
I think maybe a year or two.
Oh man, it's gonna be a wait. I want to see Thor. I want to see him now.
Yeah, you haven't even seen Ragnarok though.
Yeah, I'm saving that movie up till I. You know.
No, but dope movie. I recommend to everyone. All right, so compare this to other MCU movies, other movies, even Infinity War. Compare it to that. So what's your opinion?
I don't know why, but I like the first one.
Yeah, you liked Infinity War better?
I like the first one better. Yeah, just because of the character building of a new character, Thanos, and my favorite characters are at peak in those movies. Yeah. So I like that one better, and I like the way it's laid out. It's simple to understand. It's not complex. I didn't expect that movie to end with Thanos winning, so that took me by surprise. But I really liked the layout of the first one better than this one. The first one was like the beginning. It started off, you know.
Yeah, that one was more like clearly
state. You know, it's just like it's a good movie to watch. This one, it's like I gotta go again and watch it again to understand it properly.
Yeah, no, I mean.
And this one, it was kind of like, you know, cutting off characters that I really like. So I was like, oh man, that's sad. And yeah, man, and Thanos was less, you know, less active in this one too. This one's more of like, you know, like. You really get to see character bonding moments in this one. Yeah. Like, characters are bonding. There's a lot of development of characters in this because you're going to kill them off. You know? Yeah. So I really like the one for this. What do you like?
I'm taking this movie. I mean, my favorite is Captain America. So this
was his movie.
This is his movie. I like the fact that this movie, the villain was not Thanos. It was what Thanos did. Mm-hmm. So like Thanos is not really the villain if you think about it. Like he was in the beginning, they killed him off. He's done. Mm-hmm. The villain in this movie is not a person. It's more of what happened and trying to reverse it. You know, like it's whatever happened. What they're trying to do is reverse it. And Thanos is like kind of like the one that comes back. He's trying to like help them stop, like not reverse it. But at the end of the day, the villain of the movie is what happened, the snap. Mm-hmm. So they're working their way, like the reverse engineering everything. They're just trying to get back. I like the complexity. I like the fact that it pays homage to all these other moments. Like they going back to the first Avengers fight.
Yeah, that was really good. That was amazing.
I like the fact that it was like, when you're watching this movie, it was like they're just paying homage to all these other movies. And since I was a huge fan of all these movies and I liked all these movies and I watched all these movies,
it connects
all these movies together. And you're just like, oh, like you never thought that Thor's mom is gonna come back and talk. Like you think that's like a character. It's a character even I forgot. I'm like, yo, like she's not gonna play that big a difference. And she comes back and like you see like.
And like them drinking after the first Avengers fight.
Yeah, like them just like after the first tower thing, they're like, oh, we'll pose all later and all that stuff, and they start giving all that stuff. Like
and you see
what's happening behind, and you see Tony talking to his dad, but as like the same age. Yeah, like you know, like all that stuff. It was really dope to see. Like it was just stuff that we never seen in the other movies. Like you just kind of wonder what would happen right after. It kind of just paid homage to all of that. So it kind of liked it. That's what I really liked about it. Like, and like when you see like the ancient one during the fight, like what they were doing during the fight of the Avengers fight and all that stuff. And you know, it was just dope. Like I really like this movie. There's very high stakes in this movie. 3 of the main guys just died.
Yeah, you know? 3 out of the 6.
Like the other movie, they killed half the population and all that stuff, but those guys weren't the main ones in that movie. This one, like the 3 main characters just got.
If you really think about it, 5 guys kind of that just like disappeared
in the first one.
In this one, so out of 6, 5 characters just disappeared.
Oh yeah,
and 1 got stronger. Because think about it, Black Widow's dead. Yeah. Tony's dead.
Yeah.
Captain's technically dead.
He's done.
Thor's not the same Thor. He's less powerful and he's gone. Yeah. Like he's fat.
Yeah.
And Hulk is not Hulk anymore.
Yeah.
It's Professor Hulk, which is like, is he stronger? Is he less stronger? In this movie, he is completely less strong. Definitely less stronger.
Yeah. I just think he just didn't do as much, but I feel like he still has strength. He's still obviously strong. It's just he's having to tap into all that stuff yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and I don't think he will tap into it in further movies. I feel like he's gonna be a side character.
He's
for like those science characters, you know. And Hawkeye he got stronger this movie.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
So technically, there's only 1 character alive from the original Avengers.
Yeah, it's the end of this whole thing, and he's probably gonna go with his family, be with his family.
He's not gonna do this stuff. So I mean, the new characters we got like Captain Marvel. Who's this guy?
War Machine.
War Machine, Ant-Man, Valkyrie. I don't know about Nebula, but
Black Panther,
Black Panther, yeah.
You know, like you know, it was to me, it was a good conclusion of the entire saga.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know, so that's why I liked it. Is it my favorite Marvel movie? Maybe not. Probably still Captain America, the original ones. But I think maybe not 3 of my favorite. Like I'd put it in my top 3.
You think so? You wouldn't put the first one in your top 3?
No, not the first one. I'd put the second one, the third one, and then this one. So all 3 of the movies in my top 3 are Captain America's arc kind of thing. Like
that's your character, no?
He's like the 4th one. No, but then even then, and like in terms of just movies, I feel like those were the best movies. Mm-hmm. Like you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little complication in this stuff. Like, you know, obviously it's hard to follow and stuff, but like, I think after I give it another watch or two, like,
yeah, it grows on you.
You know,
movie.
it'll be great. It was just, I just liked the stakes of it, and I liked the scale of it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, from a superhero movie, like the stakes and the scale of it is what you want. Like that whole battle scene just made the whole movie for me.
Mm-hmm. Would you call that last battle scene where all the Avengers are united the best the best shot in Marvel?
In Marvel, it's up there. It's obviously the most epic and the most huge in scale. Maybe the best one might have been the one in the airport.
The one in the airport, Civil
where they're
War?
all fighting each other and stuff.
Yeah, I see what I mean. Like, I like that dynamic way better, where they're like all fighting.
Yeah.
You know, it's clearly obvious who's going after.
My favorite fight scenes are probably, the one from the elevator. And the first, that was like the fact that there's just one guy and they're all looking at each other like they know it's about to go down, and it's go like they're all beating each other. Like that's a very good fight scene to me. Like,
yeah,
you know, just
that's what I'm
like
saying. So when we're talking about it from like a plot point of view and like cinematography, it's so much easier to have a war with like 5 guys in it and give them each their own sections. Yeah. Whereas like we have like 15, 20 characters. They didn't pay enough respect to each character. In that sense, you know, even Iron Man wasn't even doing much in the war except for the ending part.
Yeah, I'm obviously when you have a war in a very small amount of time, you can only pay homage to certain people, right? So everyone has like it's like almost like a highlight reel. You have to just show the best parts of everyone. You know, the sickest thing they've done, the whole fight and all that stuff. So that's where it kind of lacks. Obviously, you don't have like an hour and a half for a fight alone, and that's where it lacks in a movie. But like, and the time they had and everything, the thing, like obviously they don't want that to be the battle is not the focal point. It's what
it's the storyline. Yeah, how they got to the battle.
Yeah, like, you know, the battle is part of the storyline, but at the end of the day, for everything to get reversed, thing has to do with thing, and Tony Stark has to snap the gauntlet. So it's like going on a train, and then when the train goes on a bridge, you get to see the nice view. Yeah. You didn't get on the train to see the view. You got on the train to get to the place, right? You know? But like the view made it a better movie, you know? It's the same. Like that's the way I think of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. If Tony wasn't so expensive, I feel like they would have kept him.
Bro, realistically, I think if Tony wasn't so expensive and if Captain America wanted to stay on, they would have kept the whole thing. They would have kept everyone powerful too. Yeah, they would have kept both of them. There would have been no reason to end them there. Like, they would have probably made them in the background more legacy characters, but they wouldn't have killed them if they can keep them. Mm-hmm. You know, they just wanted to, you know, and at the end of the day, you have to kind of move forward. Like, yeah, you do have to move forward. You're right. You know, obviously it's a risk killing your 2 biggest guys and moving forward with new guys, but like, it's a risk. It's like, they're a safety net. You put those 2 in a movie, you know it's gonna be a great movie. You know what they give you. They kind of took the safety net out, and now we have to see how they do it. Like, now maybe they do better. Mm-hmm. Now maybe they do worse. We don't know, right? We're gonna see from now on, right? I would have liked another, you know, like 1 or 2 movies from the original squad, not as Avengers, but like in their own thing. But I think this was a good ending. A good ending. Definitely was a good ending. It was like, obviously, maybe I'm just being selfish in my self-interest. Yeah, because obviously sentimentally, you want these guys to keep fighting together with forever and all that stuff. But I mean, the way they ended off, like, it was a good ending for all of them. It was. Like, Cap got his ending that he always wanted, and Tony kind of like just switched the entire narrative he switched his whole self. Yeah, and like, and Black Widow. Like you would have never thought that was just a surprise, bro. It was like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Yeah, like the fact that her whole life was known for doing something bad, for bad things, and she just completely 180'd it and switched the entire narrative and sacrificed herself for the greater good of everyone. And so quickly too. It was dope. Yeah. It was a dope movie, man. I recommend it to everyone. Yeah, definitely. I want to watch it again. Fuck. I think April's like war month. This weekend's a war weekend. Yeah, it's a war weekend. Tomorrow's going to be Game of Thrones. We're going to watch that. We're going to review that. We're going to send that to you too. You guys already know that's coming. Yeah. Oh, this is coming. This came. It was a very good movie. It was years and years and years. 10 years. Making. I've noticed that in the film industry, 10 years, they kind of like shut everything down after 10 years. The Game of Thrones,
all the other shows, Friends, Suits, they're gonna shut down soon, like all that stuff.
10 years is a decade is a pretty everything
time.
Changes after a decade. Like 10 years ago where this started, the world is completely different now.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to adjust to the world. But go watch it.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more Marvel reviews in the future.
We'll review any movie, man. Imagine if Session came out today. I'm down to review that.
Yeah.
Be dope, we just talk about all movies, all shows, all that stuff. It was good. Go watch it. After you're done watching that, come watch this. After you're done watching Game of Thrones, we have a bunch of podcasts on that. We have our regular podcast. We have NBA podcast. We have everything. Everything you need is literally here. So I don't see why you have to go subscribe to other places. Come subscribe to us. We got you covered. We got you covered on everything. We're doing all the hard work. We're doing all the thinking. All you have to do is just put it on and listen,
Yeah.
And just watch us talk. So yeah.
And go watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah, watch all of them, man. I want to just have a marathon and just watch all of it.
Yeah, we should put them all together, cut out the credits, cut out the intros, put them all together in the perfect timeline. It would be like a 50-hour movie, have that.
I think it would be almost 60 hours.
Yeah, and you could just sit and watch the whole thing without a break, no commercials.
That'd be crazy.
And a large popcorn. Yeah.
If you want to see us sit down and watch all the all the movies back to back to back, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Let us know if you want us to do that. We will actually do it if you guys pay us enough money, or aka subscribe and all that stuff. So until next time, it is Shanthosh and Gaurav. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Off the top, signing out.